Hey guys, I'm Veghead Vic. In this post, I'm going to be talking about why I became a vegetarian and how I made the transition from eating meat-based meals to plant-based meals. So this summer, I went to Warped Tour in Detroit with two of my best friends, Natatat, Alex. I would call you by your nickname, but your last name can kind of sound like profanity, so sorry. And so while I was there, we were walking around inside Comerica Park, and they have, the merch tents and stuff like that. I happened to pass the Action for Animals tent. Growing up, my best friend was a vegetarian, so I kind of wanted to know more about it. It's something that I had considered before, but not really seriously, because, when your mom cooks you dinner every day, you kind of have to eat whatever she makes. But I knew that going to college, I would have more freedom to choose what I wanted to eat at each meal, especially at the dining halls at U of M, which are all you care to eat. It's fabulous. So I was talking with the guy at the Action for Animals tent, and he handed me all these flyers. And this is what I got. Okay, this is enough to make it rain. My roommates are gonna kill me. I was really interested about how the meat affects the environment. I had heard a couple things in one of my classes, oh yeah, the meat industry is really bad for you and for the planet. And I was thinking, what? It is? How? This sheet right here is really the one that made the biggest impact on me, and this paper right here is the reason why I am a vegetarian. Straight up. Yo, Action for Animals, success right here. So I'm just going to read you a couple of things that is featured in this flyer. The Action for Animals website is www.afa-online.org. So here's the first thing that was what? A 2006 report by the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations concludes that animal agriculture contributes to more greenhouse gases to the environment than all the cars, trucks, planes, and ships in the world combined. Researchers at the University of Chicago have determined that just going vegetarian is more effective in reducing global warming than driving a hybrid car. So, how are people willing to spend thousands of dollars on a hybrid car when they're not willing to sit down to a meal and eat plant-based foods? The FAO concludes that the livestock sector generates 65% of human-related nitrous oxide, which has 296 times the global warming potential of CO2. Most of this comes from manure. Cow. Shoot, I should just read you this whole flyer. It's bam, bam, bam. Water pollution. According to the Audubon Society, over half of the water used in the U.S. goes to raising animals for food. The EPA reports that waste from factory farming pollutes more water resources than all other industries combined. This manure, more than 500 million tons of animal waste annually, according to the EPA, all without a sewage system. Runoff has caused a 7,700 square mile dead zone in the Gulf of Mexico where the Mississippi River flows into it. And we all go ape over the BP oil spill. This is what happens because of meat. Land use and food waste. Get this. The University of Chicago notes that raising animals for food requires 10 times as many crops as we'd need if we just ate grains directly. If we were not using all the land to grow crops to fatten chickens, pigs, and cows, we could reforest millions of acres in the U.S. alone, or we could use the grains that are not wasted on livestock to feed all the starving people in the world many times over. So that is really what hit home for me. I was thinking, wow, all this food is going to the animals when it could be going to the people, and we don't even have to eat the animals. So if we don't even have to eat these animals that are contributing to so much waste, why wouldn't I choose the alternative? Once I learned about this, I could no longer justify eating meat or supporting the meat industry. No. Along with that and other flyers at this Action for Animals tent, they also handed out the vegetarian starter kit. This is from Mercy for Animals. You can go request it for free at their website. If you go to PETA.com, they also have free vegetarian starter kits and tons of recipes. This is a little smash, but this also came along. This is another vegan outreach pamphlet. You can go to opposecruelty.org/guide to get this. It says, even if you like meat, you can help end this cruelty. And this shows you about the cruelty of, factory farming, how horrible it is, how miserable these animals are. Look at this. This is normal. This is everyday. This isn't worst case scenario. 99% of the farms in America, this is what you get. when you eat meat. This pamphlet also has awesome like meatless alternatives. I would definitely recommend ordering this guide if you're interested in becoming a vegetarian. Another thing that I thought about is that it's not like these animals are in the farms and just breeding and producing offspring naturally. I guess that's kind of, you know, what I thought happened because I never really questioned it. They are not born because two animals fall madly in love and decide to make a baby. It's not natural. They're born through insemination. Factory farms are birthing the animals so that they can suffer their entire lives and kill them. That's not right. How do you justify that or explain that? And we don't have to eat them. We can enjoy just as many, if not more, meatless meals than we could cruel meals. These animals don't have to be birthed at this alarming rate. The environment doesn't have to be as hurt as bad as it is. And the way that you can stop that is by choosing a vegetarian or vegan diet. Look at me, I'm talking about the animals. First, I didn't even care about the animals. All I cared about was the environment. But once you get into this, you realize it's everything. Being a vegetarian not only is protective of our planet, but it's a compassionate choice. So when I got to college with the intention of becoming a vegetarian, it was pretty simple. U of M is great in terms of their meals here. There's a vegan and vegetarian bar at South Quad. In fact, East Quad is great for vegetarian meals. There's another thing. I've seen a lot of propaganda there to use trays to save water. How come they only do that at East Quad? Why don't they do that everywhere? We need to be reaching out to everybody. All right, I'm kind of ranting now. Time to wrap it up. So when I got to U of M, it was really easy to make vegetarian decisions. Usually at every meal, they have at least 1 or 2 main entrees that are vegetarian. There's always the salad bar, vegan and vegetarian bar at South Quad, pizza, cheese pizza, vegetable pizza. You can make a grilled cheese sandwich, peanut butter and jelly, bagel, waffle, ice cream. Pretty much like, I mean, really, like, I eat anything I want. U of M has really helped in my transition, making it so much easier to make the change from my meat-based diets. And so I really thank the school for that, for being so open-minded and so diverse, and offering those opportunities to students. Try it. Just go to lunch or dinner one day and try not to eat meat. It'll be a lot less challenging than studying for that exam you have tomorrow, because that's all we do at U of M, study and be liberal. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this rant about why I'm a vegetarian. If you have any questions, you can feel free to message me on YouTube or head over to my blog, vegheadvic.blogspot.com. Of course, you can search me on Facebook, VegHeadVic. Click like to become a fan, and then you can shoot me a message right on my wall. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my rant. This is what this is.